welcome to the 2025 Ethan Awards.
Welcome to the Career Backups Podcast. My name is Ethan Parrish. I'm with Ethan Jones.
Yes.
And we're doing another Ethan Squared podcast, bringing you our awards from the 2025 NBA season. How are you doing, Jones?
I am doing great. I'm excited for the first annual Ethans. I guess we'll call it the Ethans. Ethan Squared here, so that's what we got to call it. We think maybe Chris and Samuel are dead. We still haven't got an episode with them, but someday they'll be on the pod. But right now, you guys get spoiled because you only have Ethan. So
let's go.
I mean, that's kind of like best case scenario.
Hey, it's only one name to remember.
Hey, and you're looking nice.
Hey,
today.
you're looking good.
I mean, like, I got the, I don't know if this is a good idea. I got the shorts.
Oh, yeah?
The shorts on, let me get the jacket.
Oh, here. I got you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We got to see the shorts, bro.
So we got the shorts.
Oh, yeah.
In the jacket combo. It's amazing.
Let's go.
And then Parrish has the jeans. He's looking a lot.
I got jeans. And
he has a chest hair going too.
Let's go.
Honestly, we're looking great today. This is going to be the best episode we're ever going to have, honestly.
yeah, I actually prepared this time, so let's do it, man.
That's big time.
So,
you preparing is big time.
Here's what we're going to do. We have 15 awards. We're going to spend roughly 5 minutes on each. We're going to both...
roughly.
Yeah,
Sometimes
roughly.
we don't have self-control with that, but we're going to try.
That's true. We're going to try and keep it under an hour and a half, okay? No promises. Yeah. So I'm just going to name
One of the awards?
Yeah, I'm going to name an award, and then we're going to throw out our different... people that we could see winning it, and then who we pick, and we're going to discuss together and come to a conclusion about who we think should win it.
Yeah, we both each came with one official nominee, and then we got to decide as Ethan Squared who's our winner of our awards. And these awards are not like just like MVP or Offensive Player of the Year. No, that's boring. That is boring.
We have created 15 unique awards to give out.
And honestly, the NBA is going to be scared after this, because our award show is just going to be better than
theirs. It's so much better.
Okay.
And so I'm ready. So
let's get into it. Give us our first award.
Okay. So is there any order you want to go in?
Whatever you want. Whatever you're feeling.
All right. We're going to go Best New Star of the Year.
Ooh, okay. My nominee is Cade Cunningham.
Okay.
Let me give you some Cade Cunningham love. So yeah, this guy, first pick in the 2021 draft. Obviously, there was a lot of hope for him, but the Pistons were awful. Last year, they lost 27 games in a row. I can't remember the exact now.
They lost a lot.
But now they're 38 and 31.
Mm-hmm.
No, 40 and 32. I'm behind. They're 40 and 32. And this is all like because of Cade Cunningham. He has had an amazing year, averaging 25 points, 9 assists.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing everything. He's easily now a top 5 point guard in the league. So we got Steph, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got, Steph. There's not a lot of point guards besides Steph. There's a lot of
SGA.
Okay, yeah. SGA, Luka. Do we consider Luka a point guard? So that's 3 above him.
Tyrese. You got Young.
Tyrese is not above him.
No, I'm just throwing out names. You got Brunson.
Yeah, so Brunson's above him.
You got some good ones. Damian Lillard.
Yeah, but I would say Cade's above Damian. I think Cade has solidified himself as a top 5 point guard.
Would you, just for like this playoff run, would you take him over Fox?
I'd take him over Fox easy.
Okay.
Like
interesting.
He's a pretty good shooter.
What about John Morant?
I think he's better than John Morant already.
Okay.
He's a better passer.
No, I agree.
He controls the game better. That's the thing about Cade. He controls the game. It's like the game's in slow motion for him.
Okay.
And he finds all the right plays, all the right players, and he just manipulates the defense.
Yeah, I think for Cade, the biggest thing was getting spacing around him. Now it's not so clogged in the paint. He can kind of get to the rim, score a little bit more. Shooting percentages are good, 46 from the field, 35 from 3. It could be a little bit better, but that's pretty good. 9 assists, 26 points, I think, a game.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he's doing good. My 3 what's the word I'm looking
for?
Nominees are Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham, and Victor Wembanyama.
Okay.
And I agreed with Cade Cunningham because I would have chosen Wembanyama, but I felt like he was already
Yeah, and also
star.
him being injured, like, it doesn't eliminate him from the award.
Yeah.
But it feels like, I mean, him being injured just takes him out of it, kind of.
Sure. He was definitely third on this list because I'm not sure that he really fulfills new star. Evan Mobley, I feel like, has a great case for it as well.
But is Evan Mobley a star yet? That's where I
think he's close.
I think his offensive game is not quite dynamic enough to be considered a star, but he's like one step away.
I think he's close. No, I agree. Cade Cunningham all the way.
Okay, Cade Cunningham, you get the golden giraffe. That is our award for everyone. We contacted all the winners, and none of them agreed to have a speech. But next year there's gonna be speeches from Cade Cunningham and the boys.
Okay, fading star.
Okay, I want to hear yours first.
Okay, so I had 4 nominees for fading star of the year. I had Paul George.
Okay.
Joel Embiid.
Okay.
Kevin Durant. And Ja Morant.
Okay, those are all pretty good.
Okay.
Who was the one that you decided?
I went with Joel Embiid. I thought Joel was like a top 5 player last year, and now I'm not sure that he ranks in the top 50. The Ringer 100 has him at like 55, I think. And so that's obviously not what I'm going off of, but he's had a crazy drop. I think Paul George would be another one that you could really go after.
Yeah.
Maybe Kawhi Leonard. I could see an argument for Kawhi Leonard. I put in Ja Morant just because he was supposed to be like the next American superstar, and that's kind of fizzled a little bit. And then KD, I'm down on KD. So.
Yeah, I like KD's stats are incredible. Still averaging 27 points on really good shooting splits. He can still do the KD things, but his team is awful.
Awful.
The team we're not allowed to mention the name of.
Yeah,
that team.
I forgot about that.
That team is awful, and so like as much as you're you can't be a star on a team with he doesn't have great surroundings, but he has Devin Booker.
Yeah,
to have capable surroundings and not even be making the playoffs, just barely making the play-in, you can't be considered like a top tier star like that.
No, you can't.
With Joel Embiid, here's my one complaint with Joel Embiid being there as one of your nominees. I think, obviously he's been very disappointing this year, but it's because of injuries. So, like, I think if he was playing, he would still be a top 10 player in the league. It's just he doesn't play anymore. And even when he's been playing this season, he wasn't great, but some of that was because of injury. Yeah, Joel Embiid kind of fits this category, but I don't think he's fading. I think he's just an injured star who's always injured. So it's kind of like disabled star.
So who are your nominees?
The one I chose was Ja Morant, actually. I chose the same one. And he was my only nominee.
Okay.
I thought about Damian Lillard because he's still been really good statistically. It just feels like this Bucks team should be better. KD was another one I thought of. Paul George I thought of, but I said he wasn't even a star the year before, so I can't say he's a fading star. He's more just like a fading old man with like who needs like a wheelchair or something like that.
He was good last year. He was really good last year.
I feel like he was overrated last year.
They just paid him here. I got contract numbers.
Oh my! See, Parrish is prepared.
They paid him 4 years, $211 million. So he's.
Well, it was a stupid contract even going into it.
He's getting star money.
He is getting star money, but
and Joel Embiid just signed. I think it was a 3-year, $192 million deal.
Yeah.
And the last season of it is $69 million against the cap.
That's crazy.
He doesn't play.
Yeah.
He doesn't play. I don't know. I put Ja Morant on there just because it feels like he's been declining. If that's who you put as your winner, I think we have to go with Ja Morant.
Okay.
Although he was solidly 4th on my list.
I'll give you my Ja Morant reasons. Like you said, Ja Morant was supposed to be like the truth. He's supposed to be the next American star. And in where was it? I need to find the stats for it. The per game numbers. I don't have in front of me. I have per 36, so we're gonna go with these per 36 numbers.
All right.
Like in 2022, he was averaging 29 points per 36. Like he was averaging 9 assists. Like he was really good. He was leading the Grizzlies to a 2 seed. He looked like the next star. He looked like a top 10 player in the NBA. And then next year, he kind of dealt with all the gun stuff.
Sure.
He dealt with the suspension, the injury. So last year was like, oh, that's a fluke year. But this year, he's honestly just been bad, only averaging 20 points per game.
Okay.
Just really not as like he's still explosive. He still makes those explosive plays, but he still can't shoot. He's not really leading the offense to a great place. His defense is still suspect. I don't know. He was supposed to be that guy, and he just keeps lowering and lowering, where I think he's like a fading star, and he's now should be looked at as like the second best player on a championship team, maybe even the third best player on a championship team.
The third.
Like he's falling to that. Right now, I'd just say second best player on a championship team. But
Okay.
he's falling down significantly.
I think, yeah, I'm with you. He's been falling. Anthony Edwards took his spot as like the next American star.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Anthony Edwards was what Ja Morant was supposed to be. And what Anthony Edwards did is he kind of was just an explosive guy who couldn't shoot. This year,
he's shooting almost 40% from three.
Yeah, he's shooting 10 threes a game. He said, I'm going to work on that. Ja said, I'm going to just get suspended and start pointing guns at people. I don't know. I'm fine with Joel Embiid, but I think Ja is more a fading star, while Embiid is just like, I'm an always injured star.
But how is that not fading, though?
I mean, I guess I see what you're saying. I was just thinking fading skills-wise, but he is not playing, so that's basically he is fading in a different way.
Okay, I picked Embiid.
Okay.
Do you want to go with Morant? Because Morant was my fourth pick.
I'm fine with Embiid, actually.
Okay.
If we're thinking about fading, like he is fading, it's just a different way than I was thinking initially.
The drop-off has been, like, fast.
But the drop-off is fast, and just his team's been so incredibly bad when they were supposed to be a top 3 seed in the East.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm good with Joel Embiid. So congratulations, Joel Embiid, for being the 2025 fading star of the year.
This draft sneeze hurt just for you. Its head's on backwards.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
I designed it that way.
Ooh.
Because it's exactly for Joel. Because
All
he's
jacked
injured.
up?
Yeah, all jacked up, all
right.
injured.
I say you pick next.
Okay, let's go. I'm going to say this one's fun. The comic relief player of the year.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I guess just like the funniest guy. Who did you have as your chosen nominee?
I had 3 nominees. I went with Kevin Love, Scotty Barnes, and Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
And I ended up picking Scotty Barnes.
That's a good pick. He's kind of funny. You see all the edits where, they assume he's
just a goofy guy.
He's just a goofy guy. That's all I'm going to say. All the edits assume he's a goofy guy. That's what the edits and reels say.
Yeah.
He's just a goofy little fella.
Kevin Love went on a tear on social media.
Yeah, who was he going against? I just remember that like distantly in the back of my head.
Well, it was everybody. Everybody was catching heat. And I love it, man. I'm here for it. And then Nikola just does not care.
Yeah,
I love it.
Jokic is my pick, I think.
Okay.
I think we should go with Jokic because just all his interviews, how he doesn't care, and then he goes and drops 30 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists, or whatever.
I think he's the best player in the NBA.
Yeah, he's the best player in the NBA, and
I
he doesn't
would give
care.
him the MVP this year.
Oh, yeah, I would too.
Okay.
No questions asked. But the fact that he's just like doesn't care and he's the best is so funny. And then all his like horse stuff, all like during the offseason, do you ever see those like edits or reels where it's like it shows like all their NBA players train during the offseason and then it's Nikola Jokic just like dancing around with horses and stuff. Like what is he doing? Like what are we doing?
Living his best life.
Yeah.
Man.
Like
bowling ball of a basketball player.
He's who I want to be. Like if I could be an NBA player, he doesn't care about his job and he loves his family. He's always like, when can I get back to my family? And he's just having a good time.
I think he is solidly a top 10 player of all time.
Yeah, I think already.
Yeah.
I don't think he has to do any. He could retire. Okay, maybe not retire right now, but he could.
I don't know, man.
Like,
this would be his 4th MVP if he won it this year.
Yeah.
I think SGA is going to win
Shea's going to win it because voter fatigue.
But he has a title. He has 3 MVPs. I mean...
Yeah, I think you had to do a little more things in your career as in just play longer. Because I think if he cut it off this year, they'd be like, oh, he retired too soon. Kind of like a Barry Sanders thing.
Okay.
How like if Barry Sanders played longer, like he'd be considered one of the GOATs. But then the fact that he ended soon kind of like cut off his GOAT case. I think the same with Jokic. But if he just plays and is good to great for the rest of his career, he's a top 10 player.
I think he's right
enough.
around the Larry Bird kind
Yeah.
of Magic Johnson group. Oh, Stephen Curry group.
Wait, so you're saying Steph, Larry, and Magic are all together? Like,
Yeah.
what's that group? Like around?
I think Steph's the best one of those 3.
No way. I think Larry and Magic are my 4 and 5. of all time.
Wait,
So like,
who's your 1, 2, 3?
I mean, 1 is Michael right now.
Okay.
2 is LeBron, and it's really close. 3 is Kobe.
I think Kobe is.
Kobe is more emotional than anything.
Okay.
It's because I just love watching Kobe. And so
We should do a show where we do like the top 20 players of all time.
I think we should.
But Tim Duncan, I'll just tell you, is very, very high for me.
Tim Duncan's like 6 for me.
I think he's like 3.
Dang, that's high.
He has 5 titles.
Okay.
And he had like, 20 straight winning seasons. You know, he never missed the playoffs. Not a single time.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, he was put in a good situation, let's be honest.
But
he was with David Robinson in his career.
MJ didn't do that.
True. But MJ wasn't put in a great position.
None of those guys did that.
No, that's chill.
Oh, is it normal?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry guys, the screen just went off.
Our equipment is failing right before our eyes.
So that's normal?
Yeah, that's normal.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that means just the computer turned off. So we're chilling.
We're chilling. Okay. So
is Jokic our guy?
Jokic is our guy.
Congratulations, Nikola Jokic. You are the winner of the Golden Giraffe.
I love it. Okay. So do I pick or you pick?
I'll pick another one.
Okay.
Let's go for I like best glue guy.
Okay.
Who do you got for that?
Let me go down to my list. Okay. I have 5 guys that I considered for this award. I said Josh Hart.
Okay.
I said Derek White.
That's a good one.
I said Chris Paul.
Okay.
I said Alex Caruso. You know, he just plays the game right.
He plays the game right. I don't know. There's something about him. There's something about him I like.
Yeah, I really relate to the guy.
I can't tell what it is. But
my
something.
winner is Steph Curry.
Oh, interesting. Steph Curry. Give me the Steph Curry argument.
Okay, I think everybody loves playing with Steph. I think he makes everyone's life easier. I've never heard a bad thing about the man. He kind of tries to stay out of drama. I think the ultimate superstar. Usually a glue guy isn't thought to be a superstar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So, you know, I can accept the argument that he doesn't fit the criteria. But if we're talking about a guy who keeps his team together, morale high, all that, I can't think of a better player.
That's actually a really good point because the glue guy is the guy that does all the things that don't show up on the stat sheets. That's what I think. But Curry does that. He moves around like crazy. Mm-hmm. He keeps the offense flowing. He does hustle. His defense, he's not a great defender, but he tries. He puts in the hustle plays. He's an encouragement to the team. He like you said, the teammates love him.
Yeah.
When he's on the court, everyone's elevated. Not just, like, one, they're all elevated because he's a great player, but also just because it's just morale and team chemistry.
Yeah.
So honestly, that's a really good pick. I didn't have him on mine. Here's mine. I had Alex Caruso. Once again, he plays the game right.
Absolutely.
But like Alex Caruso, he is just known for being that hustle guy, for diving on the loose balls. For the defense. That's the biggest
spacing.
Glue guy part about him is he's a great defender. He's a guy that doesn't just like great on-ball defending, but off-ball, he gets his hands are active. I also said Josh Hart.
Okay.
So Josh Hart is one of them. And so those were my only. No, I had one more, and the other one was Ty Jerome. For another guy that plays the game right.
And just super right.
Yeah, just fundamentals like crazy.
I mean, just awesome.
Yeah, incredible guy. But no, he's a great shooter, but he also defends well. He gets on the boards for a 6'5" guard. And so that's really big time. And I had a fourth one was Amin Thompson. I know I'm a big Amin Thompson guy.
Okay.
But like he does all the things you think of when a glue guy. He hustles, he's super athletic, defends, rebounds, passes well, cuts super well.
Yeah.
Keeps the offense flowing. He just can't shoot. But
so the guys we have overlapping are Josh Hart and Alex Caruso?
yes.
Okay, out of those two, I'd go Josh Hart.
I go Josh Hart. Like he's the definition of the prototypical glue guy.
So is that who you picked as your...
That's who I picked as my guy. Was
okay,
Josh
let's
Hart.
go with him. I do love my Steph Curry pick though.
I like that. That was a sneaky good one.
Okay.
But the thing about Josh Hart, like when you think Josh Hart, the plays I always think of is him like diving out of bounds and getting a good pass like Jalen Brunson and Jalen Brunson hitting like a clutch 3. Or him getting an offensive rebound, passing out to Cat, him hitting a clutch 3. Like that's what you think of when you think
good.
Josh Hart.
I think he's leading the league in minutes.
Let me see. Right now he's averaging 13 points a game off 37.7 minutes. So I don't know if that's leading, but it has to be close. Like 37 is crazy.
Yeah.
But he does everything well. Just like statistically, he averages 9.7 rebounds per game for a guard. For a guard. 2 offensive rebounds, 7 defensive rebounds.
Kind of a guard.
He's a guard size, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't play the guard role, but he's guard size.
Their other guard is Bridges.
Yeah. They really only have one guard. Like, Jalen Brunson's really the only
They play 3
guard.
wings.
Yeah. But, like, Josh Hart is guard size, and he averages 9.7, so basically 10 rebounds per game, 5.7 assists.
That's crazy.
That's 6 assists per game, 1.5 steals, and then obviously he has the 2 offensive boards. Like, he just does everything well, everything you want on the court. And even though, like, he's not a dynamic scorer, he's playing 37 minutes for one of the best teams in the league because he's so valuable.
His per 36 makes his stats worse.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about his per 36. But, yeah.
I love it.
He plays 37 minutes for one of the best teams in the league, despite not having amazing scoring because he's just, like, he's that good of a glue guy.
So, Josh Hart,
congratulations.
you are the winner of Glue Guy of the Year.
This may be his biggest moment of his life.
Maybe.
Like, I think
It might be.
he's going to get the most, like, Twitter mentions, like, most everything, edits on this, everything is going to be due to this. Like, his biggest reward, even if he wins a championship or an MVP, which he probably won't win an MVP. If he does, I don't know what happened in his career, but it accelerated like crazy.
Next year, he's averaging like 29.
Yeah, just because I said that, he's going to be like, I'm going to get you, Ethan, and go drop 30. This is going to be his biggest accolade ever. When he's old, has the grandkids on the lap, he can say, let me tell you something. Back in 2025,
E squared
gave me the Glue Guy of the Year award. And they're like, Dad, our granddad, that's so cool. You're the best.
Legendary. The first one of the year. First one ever.
The first one ever. That's a big moment. Okay, what's our next one?
I think we go to worst glue guy. I had 3 names.
Okay, I called this the Sledgehammer. Best Sledgehammer guy. He breaks the things apart.
Okay.
I have 2 names.
Okay, who do you have?
I have first is Bradley Beal because he I don't know what he does anymore, okay? Like, obviously, he still scores or whatever he does.
I guess, kind of.
But he does it super inefficiently. He's as the worst one of the worst contracts in the league. I'm going to pull up his stats right now just to show you what he's doing. For a guy who used to average 30 points per game back in 2017, 2020 for the Wizards, he's averaging 17 on, let me find his 3. He said, okay, wait, time out. He's shooting 39 from 3. I'm about to take everything away.
Let's go.
But he's averaging 2 turnovers per game. He really doesn't add anything to their team defensively, passing-wise. He only averages 3.6 assists for being, in theory, one of the 2 guards in the starting lineup. Mm-hmm. He just really does nothing but score for a team that doesn't need scoring. He just makes the team lineup wacky, but they have to play him because they're paying him everything.
I don't even think this is his fault.
It's not his fault. He's just put in a bad situation.
This is Ishbia's fault. This is the owner's fault.
Okay.
I almost said the team name we're not allowed to say.
That would have ended the episode right there. We probably would have fired you.
Cuts off.
we probably would have fired you. Whoever the owner is.
Samuel
is the great we, and he's gonna fire probably both of us because I let you do it. We'd be gone.
Yeah.
We'd be gone from the show
forever.
That'd be tragic.
E squared would be done, and then it would just be
nothing. It'd be literally nothing. My second is D'Angelo Russell.
Oh, man.
Because I love D'Angelo Russell. Let me tell you, back when he was on the Nets the first time, that team was fun.
They were fun. Did they win a round?
No. They were the 7th seed and lost.
Okay. For some reason, I thought maybe, did they win a couple games?
They probably won a couple games. Their bench always had a good time. D'Lo
did.
He was actually like good at scoring, good at facilitating, good at what he's supposed to be good at. He held the team together. They had a bunch of fun guys.
And then he went to the Warriors.
His whole career was sunk. Everyone hates him now. LeBron was begging to get him off the Lakers.
Yeah.
The Lakers were 16-13 with him. Mm-hmm. So they were just like mid, and now they're pretty good. Some of it due to Luka, but now they're pretty good. And then with the Nets, Nets were already bad, but they got even worse with D'Lo.
Yeah.
They've been 9-16, and their offense has looked awful. He's just been like a guy that looks like he's just having a good time to have a good time and doesn't care about the team or winning or basketball. I love you, D'Lo, but yeah, since the first Nets days, you've ruined every team you've gone on. The Warriors were worse with you. The Lakers were worse with you. and the Nets are now worse with you. That's
Okay.
why I think he's the Sledgehammer Guy, because for some reason, like
Is that your pick?
that's my pick. It's
Oh,
D'Lo.
okay. We don't even have anybody the same.
Okay. Let's see what you got.
I have three guys. Okay, I put old Kyrie.
Old Kyrie.
Yeah. I feel
Okay.
like he's had a bit of a resurgence.
Yeah.
But so maybe he didn't win it for me, but he was honorable mention. He killed the Cavs. He killed the Celtics. He killed the Nets.
That's how much his Sledgehammer mentality like translates. He
would
somehow
be-
got on the 2025 ballot for his actions 2023 and before. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be top 10 all-time Sledgehammer.
Yeah. The Sledgehammer rankings, he's maybe number one.
But I think all of these three guys are top 10. And honestly, I may have to switch my winner. The guy that I have winning it is Kevin Durant. I'm going to
Interesting.
switch that to a guy that I'll mention next. But KD, every team he ends up on, he's unhappy, brings a lot of negativity. They don't do well. They underperform.
Yeah.
Eventually. He's had moments of success with OKC, with the Warriors, obviously. And then with the Nets, they were pretty good. And I thought they could make a run in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But it just kind of fell apart.
Loki,
wasn't
that was
his fault.
Kyrie. Loki, Kyrie.
Yeah, well,
And
yeah.
injuries.
And
Kyrie and
Harden
injuries.
got injured, and Kyrie was injured. And
Yeah.
And so it's not all his fault. He put it all out there. But the Suns thing, I think a lot of it has been KD, personally.
Yeah, I think it's just weird lineup and Bradley Beal.
is
That
a
man,
bad fit.
that man is awful. Okay,
They should have kept CP3 and DeAndre Ayton.
that team was good.
Yeah,
What did we
It
do?
was really good.
Okay, can we talk about how like CP3 gets traded at all the worst times? So do you remember for the Rockets, they had 2 years with CP3, made the conference final both years, got injured, and then Timlin Fertitta was like, "Hey, this is the worst contract in the NBA." Admittedly, it wasn't a great contract at the time because he's old, but Timlin was like, "This is the worst. Let's get rid of him." So they traded
He
him
was
for
getting like 30 a year.
they traded him for Russell Westbrook. Ugh.
Yeah,
And then
that was horrible.
And then OKC the next year
My two least favorite players in the NBA.
it's Chris Paul and
No. It's Russell Westbrook and James Harden.
oh, you're a James Harden hater. Oh,
Not a hater. Yeah.
okay.
Sorry, bro.
It's okay.
Sorry, bro.
I'm not going to break down right now. We're locking in. We're locking in.
I feel like Kawhi Leonard is the antithesis of James Harden.
Yeah, kind of. Because James Harden plays all the time too. Like James Harden never.
I meant like old prime Kawhi.
I agree.
I loved that. That was good. My winner is going to be Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Okay, think about the teams he's been on. The Bulls forced his way out. Minnesota destroyed the team, forced his way out.
Yeah.
Philly destroyed the team, forced his way out. The Heat tanked their season and forced his way out.
Yeah.
He's doing okay right now. He's always okay for a little bit. But I feel like Jimmy Butler has to be the GOAT of Sledgehammer guys, at least in the 20th century or the 21st century.
I agree, and I think we could probably give him the dub. The only thing is the Warriors have been absolutely incredible with him.
but he's good. But he tanked the Heat.
See, this is the 2020. Oh, okay, valid.
Like he didn't even play for like weeks, and when he did, there was one game where he didn't do anything.
Yeah, okay. I guess I got to give it to you. Even though Jimmy Butler has been so good with the Warriors, he did just destroy the Miami Heat as an organization.
He burned them down to the ground.
Since he's been gone, like they've been the worst team in the NBA, basically. Tyler Hero is in shambles. Bam is awful, so it's on Bam too.
Yeah, Bam's been bad.
But yeah, okay, we'll give it to Jimmy Butler because I agree he's the poster child of sledgehammers. It's like him, Kyrie, Kevin Durant, D'Angelo Russell. That's like the Mount Rushmore of the 2020s sledgehammers.
Carl Anthony, dude.
Carl Anthony Towns.
No, like Jimmy Butler like destroyed Carl Anthony Towns and Wiggins and all those dudes. It's just funny to think about. All right, so is it me or is it you?
I'll choose one. Let's go stalk down player of the year. This is someone that our stalking them or their stock is just sinking.
Okay, you want me to go first or you want to go first?
You got it.
Okay, so my three are Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Kevin Durant. I feel like all are pretty self-explanatory. KD would be my third place there. Paul George would be second. Joel Embiid would be 2. I feel like Paul George and Joel Embiid, it's pretty self-explanatory. I think that Joel Embiid might be the worst contract now. Or
It's
Paul I feel like those two guys are top 5 worst contracts.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
pretty bad.
And so, I would make these lists before like kind of looking at the stats and different people's opinions. But like the Ringer 100 had Joel Embiid dropping like 50 spots.
Yeah.
And then Paul George has dropped like 30. And KD hasn't dropped a ton. He's dropped like 5 or 6.
Dang, you're down on KD. Like, you've had KD a lot for the negative ones.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get traded this summer. I think they maybe get like a first round pick or 2.
Whoa, okay, wait.
No, plus salary to match.
Okay. I don't know.
Like I could see a Wiggins plus a first for KD.
I don't think so. Because
Maybe 2.
I think he still gets a decent package. And the reason why is even though, like,
He's like, what, 37?
he's old, but he's been still so efficient and so good.
Yeah, but he's a max contract. He doesn't play defense.
No, I don't like KD. I don't think he's great, but there's going to be at least 3 teams that convince themselves that KD's their savior.
Honestly, probably the Spurs.
The Spurs, the Rockets, those our 2 teams are probably going to convince themselves that KD's their savior.
It's probably the Mavs.
Or the Mavs. And they're going to give up. Nico Harrison's about to give up his child
Kyrie,
for Kevin Durant.
And AD.
Wife and kids and all of that for KD. That's what Nico's about to give up.
I guess you're putting KD at the 3 then.
Yeah. I mean, so the Mavericks with KD would be really nice.
It would be interesting.
But besides Kyrie not
You
being
couldn't
alive.
keep Clay. Clay's gone.
That's okay. I don't want Clay.
Yeah, nobody
We
wants
don't need Clay.
My guy would be Joel Embiid. Who did you have?
I'll give my
For stock down guy of the year.
one was Damian Lillard. That was one of them. Once again, statistically, he's still shooting 38 from 3, 27 from the field, still being a pretty good facilitator. It just feels like this duo with Giannis has not worked out like it should have.
Yeah.
Like, if Dame is really a top 20 player like people say, or a top 20 player like he was coming to the Bucks should have done more. But last year they had, was it a first round exit? Or was it second round?
Yes, first round.
First round exit.
They lost to the...
It wasn't. They lost to the Heat the year before that. But then, I don't remember what it was last year. If you want to look that up
I feel like...
while I'm yapping about
Yeah,
Dame.
go ahead.
But yeah, they should, in theory, have more success. And it feels like it's not on Giannis because Giannis has still been Giannis. And the team surrounding is still decently good. It just feels like Dame hasn't been that guy.
Okay, they got beat by the Pacers.
Okay, that's right. By
The
Tyrese
Pacers ended up making it to the conference finals as a 6th seed.
That was a fun playoff.
No, they got shut out. But
that Knicks-Pacers series, the 4-3 series, that one was fun.
that was fun.
And it showed once again why Tom Thibodeau sinks teams because they get tired in the playoffs. My second is Tyrese Maxey. Now, this one may seem...
for stock down?
Stock down. I know this one may seem a little unconventional. But
Okay.
here's my...
Wait, he's your pick?
No, he's not my pick. This is my second
okay.
option. My pick's the next one.
Okay.
It may seem a little unconventional, but everyone thought going into this year that Tyrese Maxey was that dude. Like, he could be the best player in a championship team. Like, he was taking steps towards that, right? That was the whole mindset on Tyrese, is that once this next year he's going to be that great guy. Now you got him, Joel, and Paul. They're going to be insane together. And he just hasn't been like he got the opportunity. Yes, he got the opportunity in a bad way with Joel and Paul getting injured.
Yeah.
But in that opportunity, like, he hasn't lived up to like I can be that guy expectations. He's just seems like he's now just like a second option guy. Like, he could be the Robin to someone's Batman.
I would love to see him in San Antonio with Victor.
Yeah, like he's a really good second guy. But people, I remember before the season said like he can be a Batman on a team. He can be the top guy. And so I feel like his stock went from like he could be a top guy. Oh wait, he's just a second guy. He's just a secondary player.
Okay.
And so that's why I thought stock down. I mean, he's still averaging 27 points, but he hasn't been shooting great. But we know he's a good shooter.
Sure.
In some ways, he's just had so much on him. But I think this year proved he can't be a top guy. I think maybe he shows something different next year. Like, it doesn't prove anything, but it's just like everyone thought he would go like this season. He just went just the same.
So who wins it for you?
My winner is Bam Adebayo.
Oh, I thought about putting him on here.
The reason I have him is kind of similar to Tyrese, is that back in 2022 when the Miami Heat made that run, or maybe it was 2023. I think it was 2023 playoffs. When Miami Heat made that run to the championship, he was really good, averaging 20 points, 10 rebounds. He was shooting efficiently, 54 from the field. And his threes started to kind of pick up. Like he took a couple. Or no, sorry, that was the next year. He didn't take any threes, but it looked like he could be a star at some point, right? He just needed to figure out that three. But since then, his scoring's got worse. He's tried to shoot the three ball, but it's been awful. He can't create any offense for his own. His defense is even deproved. And back in 2023 playoffs, he looked like one of the best defenders in the world. And now he's kind of just like, he's a good defender, but not great. For a young guy, or youngish, the guy entering his prime / in his prime, he's already decreasing like he's getting old.
He's not a big center.
No.
He's like 6'9", 6'8".
Yeah, he's 6'9".
So, I mean, this may be the best we've seen him at. So, like, might not be getting any better than...
Yeah, that's the thing. And people were saying, like, oh... Like, I remember people had him ranked as a top 20 player in the NBA because they're like, his defense is so good. Kind of like Evan Mobley, people think about him right now. Mm-hmm. You know how Evan Mobley is, like, incredible on defense. He just needs to take one more step on offense.
I feel like the offense has been okay.
For Bam?
No, for...
Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's shooting like 35% from three.
No, Evan Mobley's already better than Bam ever was.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
But at least he's better than him right now. Like, now he's only averaging 17 points per game, only 48 from the field for a center. Like, only 48 for a center is pretty bad.
For a center is pretty bad, yeah.
And then 31 from three. He's trying to take 3 a game, but it's not working. Rebounding, he still has 10 rebounds a game, so good. 2 turnovers for a center is not great. It's just another Tyrese situation where people thought he would be better, but he's just slowly decreasing, and especially this year, like, as soon as Jimmy Butler left, even Jimmy Butler already wasn't playing, but as soon as he left, it feels like he just, like, got exposed. He's like, what do I do? I'm supposed to be one of the best players on this team. Like, Tyler Hero's passed him by. Like,
Tyler Hero's been good this year.
Bam was supposed to be that all-star kind of guy on the team, and Tyler Hero said, I'm passing him by. I'm the top dog.
You know who's been disappointing is Rozier.
Oh, he's been awful.
He's been bad.
He's been awful.
Maybe that's my stock down guy. Who do we want to go with?
I don't know. We had a lot of differences. Who was your guy? Your guy was...
I think I went with Joel Embiid.
Let's go with not Joel because he already won an award.
Okay.
So are you fine with Bam?
I'm fine with Bam.
Fine with Bam.
I'm okay with it.
Okay. I'm also fine with Paul George because his stock did decrease significantly.
Yeah. KD shouldn't win it, and I don't think Maxey should win it.
No, nor should Dame. I don't think those guys should win it. I think it's between Paul George and Bam and Joel Embiid.
Okay.
Let's give it to Paul George. That guy's been so awful.
I love it.
Paul George, here's your award.
That guy's been so awful.
He's so
okay.
bad.
Let's be a little bit more positive.
Yeah.
Stock up.
Stock up, player of the year.
Stock up.
Let's get some stock up.
All right. Tell me your nominees for stock up. I actually have like a lot.
I have a lot too. So let's just mention 3 each. Because
Can I just give you the names?
Okay, if you want to just give them quick. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to give you my names once I find it.
If it's somewhere on there, maybe not.
Yeah, it's on there. Okay, stock up. I have 6 guys.
Okay.
Karl Anthony Towns.
I like that.
Evan Mobley.
Love that.
Cade Cunningham.
Love that.
Triple J. Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah.
Darius Garland. Garland
Yes,
was at an
that one
all-time
for
low
sure.
last year. And Jamal Murray.
Okay, I see that.
Jamal Murray was like, the value was so low.
That's true.
At the beginning of the year. I feel like he's come up a little bit. And I feel about where I was this time last year or the year before.
Okay.
So my winner was Cade Cunningham for stock up guy of the year.
I mean, that checks out. He was our new star of the year winner.
Yeah.
So it checks out. He would be on this list too. I have Evan Mobley.
Okay.
Obviously, like, he went from a top 50-ish player guy last year to now he's a top 20 argument for top 15 because he's just that good of a defender. In his offense, the fact that he can shoot now is like huge. Yeah. If he like develops a little more shot creation, like, oh my goodness, that guy's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Darius Garland, like you said, last year all-time low. Playoffs was bad. In the playoffs, he averaged 15 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds in 12 games. Mm-hmm. That's pretty awful for a guard, and especially he left Donovan Mitchell all on his own.
He had a weird year.
He was injured a lot, so I give him a little break. He had the jaw injury, right? Mm-hmm. So I give him a little break for that. But he was pretty awful last year.
Yeah, they had to wire his jaw shut.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But he's been so good this year. Franz Wagner, like he went from a rising star to now like he's averaging 24 points per game, and he's just a really good creator. Like he creates offense really good for himself and for others. And then my winner, who you didn't mention, Trey Murphy III. Okay. Because he's developed from not a no name, but a 3-and-D wing who was good. He was a good 3-and-D, a starting 3-and-D wing in the league.
I like Trey Murphy.
To a potential two-way like superstar. Like he's averaging 21 points per game on 50 36 splits. So that's pretty good split, or 54-36 splits. So that's really good. But in the injuries of all the Pelicans, like he's been really good at creating his own offense and like scoring off the dribble and stuff, which is something you didn't expect from him. Yeah. And like next year I could see him stepping into like a top 30 NBA player. Right now he's probably still in the top 50 range.
Top 30.
But he has that potential because he's like the perfect build. I don't have his like let me look up his build.
Like 6'7".
If I can find it. Maybe
6'8".
Maybe not. Oh yeah, 6'8", 200 pounds. He's very lengthy. He's a top 15, top 20 defender in the league. Like he was that last year, and his offense just keeps rising. Like this is gonna sound kind of out there, but he like could be a Kawhi Leonard type. Not Kawhi Leonard, but like that type, but like the Walmart brand Kawhi Leonard.
I think Kawhi Leonard's the best perimeter defender of all time.
Yes. So I'm not saying he's gonna be Kawhi.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he can be that type of player, just like decreased.
Okay.
And that's why he's my stock up, because he went from a 3D guy to a rising two-way superstar.
Okay. You're a little bit higher on him than I am. Yeah, maybe I do love him. Where do we want to go? Who were the other ones that you had?
I had Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, and Franz Wagner. I say we go Darius or Evan Mobley because Cade already won one. Yeah. Unless you want to go Trey Murphy, but I don't think you're as high on him.
I'm good with Mobley or Garland or
Okay, then let's go with. I say Evan Mobley. Because Darius Garland was kind of like stock here. Yeah. And then Mobley's just been like stock here.
He keeps going up. So
he's the keep going up guy. Evan Mobley, this looks like you, a tall, lanky big who's gonna dominate in the playoffs. Here's your golden giraffe, my boy.
I feel like let's do a fun one. Let's do duo of the year.
Ooh, okay.
I have 2 winners.
Actually I have 2. Okay, I have 2. My first one is James Harden and Norman Powell.
Oh.
And so, the reason, here's what I thought when I thought duo. When I thought duo, because there's like obviously the obvious answer, you could do like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum or just 2 of the best players in the league. But the reason I went with James Harden and Norman Powell, because at the beginning of the season, did we expect the Clippers to be in this place?
Absolutely not.
Like, did we expect them to be, let me get the standings up. Like, did we expect them to be 40-31? Like, no. They didn't have Kawhi. They lost Paul George. We expect them to be like a very fringe playing team.
They got a lot better.
But they were like they're just as good as last year, low-key, which is crazy. And James Harden's been super efficient, super good. Norman Powell's been averaging 22 points. James Harden, 22 points. 9 assists for James Harden. And a lot of those assists go to Norman Powell, so they work really well together. So that's why I said when I think duo, I think 2 guys that work together. Not just the 2 best guys, but 2 guys that work good together. And without these 2 guys on the Clippers, that Clippers team is the Jazz.
Okay.
At best.
Okay. I like it.
And so them 2 together saved the Clippers, put them on their back, and got them to the playoffs.
Okay.
That's why I have them. They're not my winners.
Who's your winner?
My winner is Jalen Brunson and Cat.
Okay. I had Jalen Brunson and Cat.
Okay.
Do you want to do the spill?
Yeah, I'll do the spiel. Okay. Jalen Brunson averaging 26, Cat averaging 24. You're averaging 50 points combined.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. But they're 2 really good fits because, one, they can both ISO, so they can, like, stagger minutes. And one when you need to get a bucket, you can give it to Jalen Brunson or Cat. And then also they're really good off the pick and roll together. Both of them can shoot. So they can work really good together and separate.
Yeah.
So like the Knicks can be very flexible with them. So that's why they're my winner.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. I had them. They were actually the first people that I listed.
Okay.
I don't want you to see my list yet.
Okay.
I picked 5. I had Brunson and Cat.
Okay.
I had Tatum and Brown. I had SGA and Jalen Williams. And then I had 2 winners.
2 winners.
I have a less favorite winner and a more favorite winner. Okay, my less favorite winner is Mitchell and Mobley.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, they're number 1 in the East, big jump, all the things. My favorite duo of the year is Nico Harrison and Rob Pelinka.
That one wins. I don't even care. I'm deleting the rest of my list. That one wins.
Best duo of all time.
Lakers legends, Nico Harrison and Rob Pelinka.
My stock down guy, my actual winner was going to be Nico Harrison, but I felt like I couldn't do it twice. So, yeah.
Incredible. I think, they're the Lakers legends.
Lakers legends.
Incredible duo. That like Luka from Nico to Rob pass, and then Rob dunked it down by only giving up AD and picks was incredible. One of the best plays of the year. Yeah, they deserve to win. And I think they also deserve over Mitchell and Mobley because I think it's more like a foursome more than anything.
Yeah.
A quartet, a quad.
I just feel like the Cavs had to be on there, and I feel like those are their 2 best players.
I get that. But yeah, easily. There you go, Rob. There you go, Nico. You get the draft for the best dynamic duo of the year.
Okay, where do you want to go?
Okay, we have to figure what we haven't done yet. Oh, let's go worst contract of the year.
All right, worst contract. Do you have yours up, or do you want me to go?
You go.
Okay, I have 3. I'm going to start with Joel Embiid. He has not actually started this contract yet. Okay, he has signed an extension that kicks in next year.
That's right.
So it is a 3-year extension worth $192 million, fully guaranteed. The last year, his age 34 season, will be at $69 million against the cap, or about 33%.
Ouch.
And he can't play now. What about in 4 years?
That's pretty bad.
Okay, I think probably the worst. I don't know if it's the worst contract of all time. Probably the worst contract of the 2020s so far was the Bradley Beal 5-year, $251 million fully guaranteed, no trade clause.
No trade clause really hurt. It really hurt.
Well, it didn't even like the Suns. Forgive me.
Okay, this is the episode. Okay, no, we're back.
Ishbia,
yes, thank you.
He saved the Wizards by taking that. He saved them. And there's only 2 years remaining. That's why he's not my...
Yeah, at least it's almost over. Woo.
He's not my winner. My winner for worst contract is Paul George. He is in the first year of a 4-year, $211 million deal, fully guaranteed. That ends in his age 37 season. And at his best this year, he was a lesser version than Tobias Harris that the 76ers begged to get rid of.
Yeah.
So he's my pretty easy winner. Do you have any other?
I'll mention a couple others. Paul George is also my winner.
Yeah.
But Kawhi is another one.
Okay.
He has a 3-year, $150 million contract.
Yeah.
Not like awful, but it's $50 million per year, and he doesn't play. So kind of similar to Joel Embiid.
It's a year less.
And it's a little less money than Joel Embiid, but it's the similar vibes.
Yeah.
And then also Jeremy Grant. He has 3 more years, getting paid $33 million per year.
Okay.
While that's not a ton, Jeremy Grant's just a guy. He's a jag. Like,
okay.
Why is he getting that money?
Well, you know why he got it, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But he shouldn't be getting that money.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna give it to Paul George.
I'm with you. Easy.
His second award won. Let's go, Paul.
He might be our leader in the clubhouse.
You're doing great right now, Paul. Please come in for an interview.
In the worst way. Okay. So, what about
least valuable player?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do.
Well, because then the rest are really pretty positive.
Yeah, let's end on a positive note because we've been a lot of negativity and we don't like negativity.
Okay, I did not know where to go with this one, and so I have 7 nominees.
I have 1. It was easy for me.
Okay, my least valuable list is Bradley Beal, Joel Embiid, Paul George, D'Lo, Kuzma,
These are pretty
Bojan Bogdanovic, and Cam Reddish.
Whoa. Why are we throwing my boy Bojan in there?
Because he's old and he didn't play this year.
Yeah, but...
he's going to be a free agent, and I'm not sure if he gets paid.
Yeah, but that's my Croatian king right there.
He's a good player. I just don't know if he's going to get, like, signed.
Oh, no, he's bad, but I don't think he's least valuable. I mean, least valuable, I think, is like expectations and they're not valuable, kind of. Or
maybe,
like they hurt the team.
But he's getting paid and he's not playing.
Sure. I get that.
Oh, okay. Did you have any like qualm? My winner was Paul George.
I don't have Paul George. You're back. No, we talked about D'Lo. Kuzma was so bad in the Wizards, shooting like 29 from the three, 40 from the field.
I want to take a victory lap. I said that Kuzma was like possibly the worst addition the Bucks could have made.
And he's been bad.
And he's been bad.
So yeah, Kuzma, I like that one. Cam Reddish, yeah, he's just like taking up space and doing nothing, taking up money. Bradley Beal, of course we talked about him. He was supposed to be a third superstar, but instead he's just like at best a fifth best player on a championship team. Probably at best is like a sixth man on a championship team. Like I think he's decreased to that level. But my pick is the entire 76ers big three. But not the entire organization, because we got Quentin Grimes there, keep them alive.
Whoa, you should say the big two. I feel like Maxey would get a haul.
See, I love Maxey.
I think Maxey would get way more than what they got for Fox.
Okay. Then we'll do our least valuable player as Paul George and Joel Embiid, because the opposite of the most valuable player. They were supposed to be great.
Yeah.
They made the team worse somehow. Paul George came and said,
somehow,
let me make this team worse. Joel Embiid said, let me never play again. I mean, I'm going to get on my Paul George hate real quick. 16 points per game, which is okay for a guy who's should only get paid like $20 million per year. This man's getting paid how much? $50 million or something like that per year. He barely played any games. He turned over the ball a lot, nearly 3 turnovers per game. Only shooting 51 from the field, 35 from 3. He was awful.
He was bad.
And then Joel Embiid never played. So we'll go with 76ers big two. Are we good with that?
Yeah. Big two. Or the big, I guess.
The big two. I want to include Tyrese. Okay.
I like it. I love it. We have 5 more.
We have one more negative, and let's get the negative over with.
The negative over with, okay.
Worst national media member.
Okay, I felt like this was a 2-man race.
Yeah, give me the 2.
Stephen A. Smith and Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah.
Kendrick Perkins ran away with it.
Oh, yeah, he ran away. I think it's disrespectful to Stephen A., and I don't like Stephen A. to put him even in the same breath as Kendrick Perkins.
Kendrick, I lose brain cells when I listen to him talk.
He doesn't know how to pronunciate words. And I'm like, that feels kind of rude for me to say, but he doesn't know how to pronunciate words. Like, I get it. He's a basketball player, but put basketball players who know how to speak English on your shows.
He has CTE and he didn't even play football.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And then randomly he'll be moaning or groaning into the mic. Have you seen those different clips?
No.
There's one clip where it's JJ Redick and JJ Redick and Stephen A. are talking about LeBron or something. And then it's just that's coming through the mic of Kendrick Perkins. He's not even talking. And then JJ just stops what is that? And Steven's I don't know what that is. Is that you, Kendrick? And Kendrick's yeah, that's me. And they got super mad at him. All his takes feel so surface level. The most surface level one was when he said people were going to vote for Jokic because he was white and weren't going to vote for Joel Embiid because he was black. And I said, what are we doing here? Then no, clearly statistically Jokic was incredible. I'm okay if you vote for Joel Embiid, but never say Jokic would be voted for because he's white.
Embiid went on a tear last year. Yeah. He averaged more points than minutes for a long time.
Yeah, he was averaging 35, 36 points in 33 minutes or something.
Insane.
But yeah, the fact that he said it was because Jokic was white that he was getting votes. Like, I get it if like JJ Redick was getting votes, then you could be like, if you wanted to pull some racism out of that, sure.
But JJ Redick just plays the game right.
Yeah, I mean, besides playing the game right, but like the fact that he said it was because of racism that Jokic was getting votes when he clearly should get votes along with Joel Embiid, like that's the kind of surface level takes he kind of makes.
It's horrible.
He loves talking about the Lakers and Warriors exclusively.
That's ESPN thing.
That's ESPN, but Perkins, I almost said Kirkins, Kendrick Perkins, like he said at one point that the Lakers...
He is now known as Kirkins.
Kirkins said at one point that the Lakers saved the NBA because of the Luka trade. And like he ignores the Cats, he ignores the Thunder. That's my rant. That's my rant.
I'm with you. That one's pretty easy.
Now we got some positives.
Yeah, we have 4 left.
Okay, let's go with the Draymond Green Award.
Okay.
This is a big positive. This is one of the proudest awards out there.
Okay. So I had 3.
I just had one. There was a couple I thought about, but one just came to my mind and I couldn't get him out of my mind.
Who?
Dylan Brooks.
Okay.
Like he's just the new generation Draymond Green. Plays super hard, gets in people's heads, has 15 techs this year.
Sure.
Is good on defense, but super annoying. So
I like it. Hey, that's great.
That's my guy.
I had him on my list, 15 techs, second in the league. I had league leading tech player Anthony Edwards on there.
I don't hate that.
But my winner was Isaiah Stewart. His name is Beef Stew.
Big man.
Causes fights. He's always fighting with people, causing trouble. 13 techs. That was my winner. But if I'm with you on the Dylan Brooks. I almost went with Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, and I like the Ant play, actually. Ant's like the offensive version of Draymond Green.
Yeah.
Like, instead of being good at defense, which Ant's
a good defender.
He's pretty good at defender. But, like, his signature is offense. It's like offensive version of Draymond. So I like that one. But
I love Ant, dude.
I think we give it to Dylan Brooks.
I agree. Dylan Brooks, you've done something, buddy.
The Rockets won an award this year. We probably won as a team, but we did it with Dylan. Good work, Dylan.
I love it. Okay. So we got, how about we leave this one for last?
Okay, I like that one.
Okay, you go. Pick another, or I'll pick this one.
Yeah, what do we still have left?
We got best co-star. Let's just do that one.
Okay, best co-star. What do you got for that one?
Best co-star. So this is a 2 or a 3 on the team. I had 3. I had Evan Mobley, Cat, and Garland as my 3. And I went with Evan Mobley.
I like that. I had J-Dub.
Okay.
He's been really good. He's elevated to that co-star level.
Sure.
Where he can lead offense on his own when Shea's on the bench. I also had LeBron because I no, this one was just put in there. I'm not. This one's not chosen. I just had LeBron because as a co-star of Luka, he's been insane, incredible.
As a co-star of Luka, that's crazy.
It's only been like 11 games they played together, so he does not count. I also had Pascal Siakam, but I also didn't choose him because I can't decide if him or Tyrese Haliburton is the star because they kind of are pretty
I think
similar.
It's Hallie.
It is Hallie, but like they both are pretty similar level. Yeah, they're both good, so I didn't think it was good enough for co-star. And then I also had Darius Garland on there as co-star.
Okay.
So
my winner was Mobley. Your winner was Garland?
My winner is Garland.
Okay, I had Garland on there. He was my 3rd place. You want to go with him?
I think we go with him because I think he's the second best player. Maybe Mobley is. That's a debate.
Yeah.
On the Cavs. So I would have been fine with Mobley too. But I think the Cavs, considering how good they are, deserve that. Like they're 57-14. They deserve an award.
So are we giving Darius Garland his 2nd?
Do we want to split it between Darius Garland and Evan Mobley?
I think Mobley won one.
Okay,
already.
then Darius, here's your award.
There we go.
Perfect.
There we go. All right, this next one is the Rooting for You Award.
Oh, I forgot about this one.
Or Better Luck Next Year.
Okay. Yeah. I like the 2 different names.
Okay, who do you got?
This one is about to be emotional because I'm rooting for him. Mine's Ben Simmons.
Oh, okay. I like it. I think he's been better.
Okay, so here's why he's my rooting for you award. Ben Simmons back on the 76ers was incredible to watch. I loved watching that man. But low-key, I hated his attitude, so I wasn't a big fan of him. So he was kind of in my mind. But the amount of hate that's been heaped on him it makes me sad inside, makes me cry a little bit. But no, he gets a lot of hate. He gets a lot of hate, which is somewhat deserved.
Yeah.
But I want to see him be a starter level to slash sub all-star level again. I want to see that Ben Simmons back.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm rooting for him. Like, he didn't have a down year this year or anything. Like, he kind of had a better year than the past.
He's gonna get a deal.
He's looking good on the Clippers.
He's gonna get like a 2-year, $20 million.
Yeah, but I want to see him as, again, a starter, a sub all-star / all-star. And so I'm rooting for that man. I mean, on the Clippers so far, he's looked nice. He's only played 10 games, only averaging 4 points.
That's fine. We don't
4
need
rebounds,
him to
4 assists.
We need him to play defense.
But he's been looking good with James Harden, with Norm Powell. He's been facilitating nice. He's been cutting nice, rebounding nice, getting offensive boards.
I really wanted the Cavs to get him.
He would have been nice on the Cavs. But he's playing a nice role, but I want to see him be a star level again. So that's what I'm rooting for.
Okay. That was your winner?
That's my winner. I had some other ones too on here.
So my rooting for you award, I'm going to start with the Kings.
Okay.
They
Just
lost their
as a
best
whole?
player. Yeah.
Okay, I like
the
that.
Kings organization. I just like they're so bad, just always, and I just want them to win. Like sometimes on 2K, I load up the Kings. I love the purple, love the city. I think just
light the beam, baby. Light the beam.
Yeah, light the beam. Why can't we win? And so I'm rooting for them. I hope they do something cool next year.
I like that.
My second place, the Celtics just sold for $6.1 billion.
Yeah.
So my guy is winning, the guy who just sold it. Okay. In his contract, it's rumored in the sell contract that the previous owner gets to stay with the team and run it for the next 3 years as the acting governor.
Interesting.
Okay. Now, you may not remember this, but the former Mavericks owner, Mark Cuban, tried to do this.
Yeah.
And immediately got benched.
Yes.
Like he had no say, no control. So I'm rooting for the Celtics owner to keep control of the Celtics franchise.
That's pretty good because you don't want, if he doesn't, Jason Tatum's probably get traded for Jordan Poole. Like that's about to happen.
Well, they are going to have to tear this team down. I think it's just cost prohibitive.
Yeah.
But and then my winner is Greg Popovich, Victor Wembanyama, and the Spurs.
So just your team.
Well, so it is my team, but here's why. Greg Popovich had a stroke.
Yeah, that's true.
Like at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Victor Wembanyama, he was like walk away favorite for the hands down favorite for the defensive player of the year. I think he was like top 10 player, and I think he would have been in the top 5 to 10 in MVP voting.
Yeah.
And season cut short by the blood clots. Fox goes out for the year with the finger injury. I think I'm rooting for him next year, obviously, because I'm a fan, but also because, hey, man, Pop's the greatest coach of all time, in my opinion. Like,
he's good.
It sucks that he got the stroke.
I agree.
And so I want to see Victor Wembanyama play, So, yeah, that's my winner.
I like the Kings. Do you like the Kings?
I like the Kings.
Because you inspired me with that sob story.
Yeah, I love the Kings. Let's do it.
Like, they're like the Bulls, but the Bulls had Michael Jordan. The Kings have nothing in their career.
The Kings are the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. Like, Cleveland Browns had Johnny Manziel. The Kings had white chocolate. And that's the only good stuff those two organizations have had.
Okay.
So
Baker Mayfield, he was cool for a little bit.
Johnny Manziel was the better one.
I love Johnny.
Love that guy.
Loved.
Okay. So, Kings, you are a winner of the legendary golden giraffe. We have 2 more now.
2 more.
Are we feeling biggest variable?
For the playoffs,
For the playoffs, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So I had 1.
And so far, what we mean by biggest variable for the playoffs, we mean this guy can determine a lot in the playoffs. Depending how good he does can determine how the playoff goes in general, who wins, who doesn't wins.
So this one was pretty easy for me.
Okay.
Do you have multiple?
Yeah, I'll give my multiple and then my one.
Okay.
Real quick, Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
If he's an offensive superstar like he has been for the Heat in the past, if he's dropping 40 points randomly in a game and you have Steph Curry, the Warriors can go far. They could even make it to the championship. Am I picking them to do that? No. But if Jimmy plays like 2022 or 2020 Jimmy, they can make it that far. Dame, like I said, Dame has been good but not great. But if he's great Dame again, that Bucks could maybe even beat the Cavs or beat the Celtics.
Okay.
Which would be very interesting. But my winner is Darius Garland.
Okay.
And so the reason I put Darius Garland is because I think he's the key of whether or not the Cavs are going to win the championship.
Okay.
Because we saw last year, like I said, he was not great in the playoffs, only averaging 15 points a game, like 4 assists. On the other hand, Donovan Mitchell was doing everything. 30 points per game. He dropped like 50 a couple times or around there. Like he was going crazy and no one else was helping him. And I think we know that Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, like they're going to be good in the playoffs. They're going to score. Jarrett's going to score 15 points a game. Mobley's going to score 20. Like they're both going to do what they do. Can Darius, like we've never seen Darius do good in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yes, last year was a hard year for him.
It was a weird year.
But if he does good to great, like I think the Cavs will win the championship because other teams are going to focus on Donovan Mitchell, and they're going to try to take him out of the game.
Okay.
That's going to be their goal. And so it's going to open up a lot of room for Darius Garland to cook. And so if he cooks and plays really well, I think the Cavs could be unstoppable in the playoffs.
Okay.
But if he doesn't, I think they could be a conference final / even second round exit to the Bucks.
I love that pick. I really do. He would have been number 2. I thought about him.
I want to hear yours.
I thought about Jarrett Allen, but I picked one. This is the only one that I had one for.
Okay, I want to hear this.
And it's Jalen Williams.
Ooh, okay. That's another one I thought of. That's a good one.
And here's why. I think because Shea is so dominant and he's like, 90% of their, not literally, but like, if they're going to need a bucket, it's Shea.
Yeah.
Now in the playoffs, I think they're going to throw everything that they can to stop him, including I could see like them throw some doubles at him, try and trap him more. There's going to be a lot of pressure on the other OKC guys to produce.
Yeah.
And so if we don't want to lose to the Mavericks in round 2, you're going to need Jalen Williams to step up.
The Mavericks in round 2?
Not like that's who they lost to last year.
Yeah. I was like,
So okay, if you don't want to lose to the Nuggets, or the Rockets, or whoever,
the Warriors,
Minnesota, which actually kind of love Minnesota right now, low key.
Yeah, bro, I do too. I do too.
Yeah, man, it's been crazy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think Jalen Williams is the key because I think they're going in as the favorites to win, and I think they're going to need him to be good.
Yeah, I love that pick. It's almost like just the West version of Darius Garland.
Yeah.
Like I think both for the young Cavs and the young Thunder, teams are going to be throwing everything they can at Donovan Mitchell
For sure.
and Shea. So can their second scorers, can their second creators create good offense?
Yeah.
And so I think the picks are almost exactly the same, just two different teams.
So can we split those?
Let's split it down the middle. Do we have a knife or something to like cut this guy in half? Yeah, cut down the middle. The east side goes to Darius Garland. The west side goes to Jalen Williams. Congrats, boys. The young boys are going crazy this year in the playoffs.
I love it. I love it. Now, last but definitely not least,
This is my favorite one.
most entertaining.
Okay. I'm going to give you my two
Okay.
that I didn't choose.
Okay.
And then you give me yours you didn't choose, and then we can reveal our
I had
last one.
3 I didn't choose.
Okay. My first one is Lakers, Luka, and LeBron together.
Okay.
Like those guys together has been some of the most fun I've had in a while watching basketball.
Yeah, that's good.
They would win if they played the whole season, but I think the fact they've only played like 15 games takes them out of the race for me. But oh my goodness, it's pure amazing basketball. Like the way those guys like run the game. They're both incredible passers, incredible facilitators. They run beautiful offenses, and when they're running it together, bro, it's just like basketball poetry. I love those guys, and they've been playing really good statistically, both averaging like 27 points a game together.
I love it.
LeBron's defense has been increased. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. Glazing those two guys.
No, it's awesome. Hey, by the way, he's on an all-time media run right now. LeBron.
Yeah,
Like people are making songs about him. And
that's my whole Instagram feed. Like there's one time where I got 15 Instagram reels about LeBron in a row.
Jeez.
It was just swiping up, and it was like golden hour, but the cover was like, it's LeBron.
Do you remember? That's how my feed was with the Knights and the Gnomes.
The Knights and the Gnomes.
I'll have to show you.
When was
after.
that?
It was like last year or something.
Okay. I'm not remembering the Knights and the Gnomes, but like I just started like watching a lot of reels.
Yeah.
Like a few months ago.
Okay.
Like I wasn't as locked into Reels.
It was probably before your time.
Yeah, it was before, when I was a young babe. When you know,
Last night was so weird. I was pooping, as one does, and I scroll on my phone. I got like 11 Mark Driscoll things in a row, and I don't follow Mark Driscoll.
What were the Reels of? Like,
it's just him like reacting to videos. You know, he's anyways, it was just weird.
Yeah, sometimes Reels, like, were you like on Reels that one day? It was like into February when it was just all like a bunch of violent content.
Oh, dude, mine just stays like that.
Oh yeah, yours may stay like that. But there was a day that, and there was Reels after the day everyone was posting it, that it was just like violent content after violent content. It was like everyone's Reel feed. And so
like what are we talking about? Like car accidents?
Like people dying.
Oh,
it's like straight up. Like I don't know what it was, but apparently it was everyone's Reel feed. And so I was like, you know what? I'm getting off Instagram today. And so I was like, it's time to go.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Then after that, I got LeBron the next day.
Hey, there
LeBron.
you go.
So I'm feeling
It's been
good.
much more pleasant.
And I feel like the Reel culture and like LeBron culture in Reels is making me like raise him higher in my GOAT list. Like my GOAT discussion. And it's
Is
really
he number
weird.
one?
He's not number one. Michael's still my number one. But now it's like an inch away. Before it was like a Grand Canyon away. And now it's like 1 inch.
I think he's the best.
He might be.
I used to be all on the MJ thing. I think the NBA is so much better now.
Well, I don't love that argument because like you got to compare them within their era. Because like if Michael was given the same tools that LeBron was given today, then he could have been better. Like same thing with Bill Russell.
LeBron's just a more complete player.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that, but I think comparing eras like one is harder than the other. I think like that's just like an argument that shouldn't be used.
I think it's a part of the argument.
Yeah, I just don't like using it at all because then like Bill Russell, right? Like or Wilt averaging like 50. Yeah, like
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
But like you can only compare them against their era. Yes, you got to take their era a bit because they were playing awful stuff. But like, what if Wilt was given what LeBron was given? Because Wilt was like there was not a lot of like training or equipment that LeBron was given today, or the same knowledge or strategy on the court. Like that changes era by era. So I feel like you can judge a player within era.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
But my number 2 most entertaining is Cade Cunningham. I'm the biggest Cade Cunningham fan you can have. I like players, like my favorite player is James Harden. I like players that can manipulate the game, slow down the game, and they just get the shots and get to the spots they want. That's what James Harden was always able to do. And Cade Cunningham does the same way. He's a big guard, tall guard who gets to the spots he wants, gets the passes he wants. And he just like, it's like the defense is his chessboard and he's just moving the pieces around.
Yeah.
So I like that. Those are my 2 non-winners. Give me your non-winners.
So I ranked 4.
Okay.
My lowest ranked of the 4 is Anthony Edwards.
That guy's so fun to watch.
Posterizer of all people.
Yeah.
Man, woman, child. He's coming.
Yeah, he's coming for you.
Clip that.
You specifically.
Yes, you specifically. Plays defense, but as a scorer, he's shooting 39.5% from 3, dunking on everybody. He's the dude.
Yeah.
So I love him.
And he just like has like quote unquote that dog in him.
Yeah,
he loves to chirp.
Yes.
He loves to
17 tags.
Yeah, he acts like he runs the world. He owns the world. And that's fun to watch.
I love it. It's so good.
Who's your next few?
My 3rd is Wembanyama.
Okay, yeah, that guy's fun to watch.
Okay, 7'4", he does things we've never seen. Here are the stats before he was injured: 24.3 points per game, 11 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 3.8 blocks, 1.1 steals, so like nearly 5 stocks.
Yeah,
crazy. 47.6% from the field, and then 35.2 from 3. He is Gobert and Durant combined.
Yeah, and I think the most entertaining part of him is his defense. Like the 4 blocks per game. Like his reach, he can reach anywhere and like block anything.
Oh, yeah.
But he's also quick. So like he'll just come out of nowhere and like block someone shooting a 3. And you're just like,
he's like the
what
Death
just happened?
Star.
Yeah.
Like it's just this big ominous thing in the middle of the paint, and he just shoots down shots.
Or maybe he's like the black hole because it feels like players are like drawn to him. Even it's not. It's just he's so lengthy and he can move so quick.
Yeah.
That's like you can't score in the paint against him. And even when you're shooting 3s, like you may be cooked.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's really good. My 2 is SGA, pure score, good defense.
You. Okay, I'm going to let you that one. That's
why.
Okay, I like him a lot. And I'm about to be super hypocritical.
Is it because of the...
It's because of the free throw thing. And I'm a James Harden fan, so I'm being hypocritical. But too many of his points is free throws. Though his game outside of free throws is really nice. And the way he draws fouls can sometimes be nice, but he flops a bit too much for me.
Okay. No, I get it.
I
like
respect
SGA.
the pick.
My winner is Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, that's my winner too.
Okay.
I don't think there's a question on that one.
Yeah, he's the best player in the NBA.
And yeah, like I said, I like players that manipulate the game. This man is the greatest manipulator of all time.
He's smart. He sees things. He rebounds. He tries on defense, I think, sometimes.
Sometimes. And when he does, he's good. When he does it, it's just funny. Like,
he's a good scorer when he wants to score. The other day, he had a 15, 10, 10 triple-double in like the second quarter and then did it again. So he had 30, 20, 20. I don't think that's ever been done.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's when he wants to try, like he could be good at anything. It just depends what he wants to try and on what night. And that's kind of fun. And it's kind of funny. I think Jokic is clearly the guy.
Yeah, he's mine. So, we agree?
We agree. Jokic. I think Jokic won too. Jokic,
yeah, I think he did.
Incredible work. You're our favorite player to watch. That's the biggest award you can get here.
All right. So, what's going on? We got 15 games left of the NBA season?
We have less than 15. We have.
Is it 10?
Yeah, we have 10. We're at 72, most teams.
So, 10 games left in the season. Playoff stuff's coming in.
Yeah,
I feel pretty solid about it.
I'm excited for this playoffs. I think this is going to be one of the most unsure playoffs we've seen in a while. Because usually in playoffs, there's a couple teams you're like, years past, like in 2021, it was the Bucks that won, and you're like, yeah, the Bucks are gonna win. It's either gonna be the Bucks, the Nets, or the Suns. And then 2022 when the Nuggets won, you knew it was gonna be the Nuggets. Like you always knew who was gonna make the finals and like what the matchups would be, especially in the Cavs Warriors days.
Yeah,
when you knew it was gonna be Cavs Warriors every day or every year. This year, I could see Cleveland, Boston, New York. Milwaukee-ish.
Okay.
OKC, Denver, Lakers, Warriors. So that's 8 teams.
I cannot see the Lakers or the Warriors.
That's okay. This is what I could see.
Okay.
I could see 8 teams in it has to be crazy circumstances making the finals.
Okay.
Not winning. I don't see all 8 of them
feel
winning.
like the league is deeper than ever.
It's deeper than ever. And that's so fun to watch in the playoffs. Like you could see this year, like seven seeds being 2 seeds, like the Clippers being the Rockets, or the Minnesota being the Rockets, or even Minnesota being OKC.
Yeah.
Like you could see those things happening, which usually all 8-1 matchups are 4-0. Let's get them over with. Usually first round's kind of boring. Like the first round matchups are going to be fun this year. It's going to be a great playoffs.
I like it, man.
I like it too.
We're done. The Ethans is officially over.
But the most important award is to the fans, our fans. You guys win.
We love you.
Whoever donates $1,000 to our fund gets this guy.
We are asking for money.
Yeah, we're poor and we're college students, so we need money.
So we'll be back same time next week.
We will. By then, we'll probably do a little playoff preview. Maybe, I don't know when our next episode's going to be. I think it'll be, if it's next week, it'll be like one more week until the playoffs. So we'll do something else. But I'm really excited when we preview the first round matchups. That's going to be really fun.
Me too. And then there should be, we've said this every time, NFL stuff should be coming.
Chris and Samuel at some point will make an NFL pod. Right now, we don't know where they are. They could be.
They could be here.
They could be here. They could be in Jamaica.
Anywhere.
They could be on
Southeast
the moon.
Asia.
Southeast Asia. We don't know where they're at.
Yeah.
So if you see Chris or Samuel, please tell them we need help and we miss them.
Hey, we love you guys. Be safe. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts. Check us out on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Career backups.
Check out our personals.
I guess so. I'm not sharing my personal. You don't need to check out our personals. I mean, if you want to.
All right. Hey, thank y'all. Be good. We'll talk to y'all next week.
Kiss.
Peace.